What up, though, y'all? It's Chris broadcasting from the D. Let's get right into this one, man. DDG is back out there trending again because of him being at an event and his brother slamming a heckler or hater, clout chaser, whatever you want to call him, onto the ground. So this all goes back to DDG riding and him saying, like, basically, essentially, he wish he would. Somebody come up to him saying doo-doo garbage, something like that. I don't know why he chose those particular words, but that's what he went with. And he was, basically saying something what happened to him, for lack of a better description. But you skip forward to the event. There's a guy that sees DDG there. He says that to him, doo-doo garbage. Bro, why are you even repeating that? That's just, I don't know, man. Some of these guys are just really immature. I feel embarrassed even repeating this because it's just such juvenile level insults. But essentially, he gets told to stop and dared to say it again. He says it again. Problem ensues. DDG's brother ends up slamming the guy onto the ground. There's this and that. The guy ends up being ejected from the event. And I'm just like, this is not it. This is not it for multiple reasons. One, look, I get it. The guy was on obnoxious time. I completely understand. However, you can't be reacting this way over with some random ninja that's desperately looking for 15 minutes of fame at the event says. You can't let people bait you like that and then you react. Now, DDG didn't seemingly get into anything, but the brother who with him did. And right now, DDG don't really need no heat. Y'all already know he got the whole thing going on with his baby mama. She didn't, file and got a temporary protective order or something like that. And when he out there out and about and this sort of stuff is happening around him, it just kind of gives his baby mama ammunition. Like, see, this is the sort of stuff I don't want our son around. Or, excuse me, she'll say my son, because I've noticed she tends to say that a lot. My son, as if she has exclusive ownership or something over the kid. But we're not going to get into that too much. So the guy, he got kicked out. I think a chain of his or something got damaged. So now he's talking about pressing charges. And he's probably going to sue. Now, I don't think he can sue DDG himself because DDG didn't put hands on him. Thank God. But he is going to try to get something out of DDG through his brother. Like, that's really what it seems like the ultimate goal here. And that's what I mean about being able to hold frame and maintain. You can't just fly off the handle reacting emotionally to stuff because you didn't like what they said, because now you got a potential legal problem on your hands, because dude says his intent is to press charges. Some people think, he a punk and all that sort of stuff for doing it. Yeah, it kind of is, because he talking about he paid a lot of money to be there and this and that. And my thing is this, guy, if you paid a lot of money to be there, why not just chill and enjoy the event? I mean, paying money and traveling somewhere just to be a dick towards another man. I mean, you grown as hell, and this is the way that you spending your time. You was wherever you were, and you booked an event. All right, you rearranged your life around going to this event just to give a dude that that's going to be there, that's the higher status in life than you are, a hard time, just to troll him. That just seemed really stupid to me, man. Some of the stuff that a lot of these grown ass men be doing, and maybe I just feel this way because I've reached unk status. You know, I've gotten to a point where I've got a graying beard. Like, some of this stuff that these dudes be doing, man, I'm like, I don't recall being this immature when I was younger. Were we immature? Yes. But these new dudes is different, man. Not only are they super immature, but they super emotional too, man. They always in their feelings about every damn thing. And then they do stuff to like get a rise out of somebody. And then when something happens to them, then they become a victim. And you can't be both. You can't be an antagonizer and a victim. I mean, there's consequences to actions. So the consequence to his actions was he got embarrassed. You know, that's floating around the internet. Even if he does get some sort of settlement out of DDG, ultimately, that video of him getting slammed to the ground like that by DDG brother lives on. Whatever settlement that he get is not going to be a ton. It's not. He might get tens of thousands out of it, something like that. It's not going to be anything significant. It's not going to be anything life-changing. And when that money is gone, because we all know that when dudes don't have solid financial sense, they get a couple dollars in their pocket, they go to the mall with it. You know, let's say hypothetically he get like 50 G's, which I don't think he'll even get that much. But let's say hypothetically he did get 50 G's. Somebody like this guy, that will be spent before this year is out. And we in June now. It's June 1st. Somebody like this, that money will be spent before this year is out. So when that money is blown and you got nothing to show for it, well, technically you will. You'll have to show for it that video that's still out there floating forever of you getting put on your back by old boy's brother. I mean, there'll forever be the proof that you didn't keep your ass where you were. You decided to travel somewhere else for the express purpose of trolling another man. I mean, the thing is that what he doing, he at work. He making content. He doing something to get paid. You bothering him while he at work, essentially. And like I said, that's pretty dickish. I'm glad he didn't respond and get physical himself. But his brother was out of pocket. His brother never should have put his hands on nobody, because now it went from a situation where this dude would just have 15 minutes of fame. Because, I mean, think about it. He would have 15 minutes of fame. Okay, he trolled you or whatever. He gets 15 minutes of fame where he makes no money off of it. All right, he don't get no settlement or anything like that. He just feel like, oh, I'm important because a guy that is more successful than I am, I got to troll him. So for him, that's a win. You got to understand the type of people. Some of these dudes, I'm telling you, man, they lame as hell. They have no accomplishments to speak of. And so they feel like trolling another man or hating on another man that's more successful than them, it's like they feel like they winning if they do that. You know, so you don't give into it, because ultimately when y'all part ways, he go back to his life and you go back to your life. Y'all only crossed each other's paths for a brief moment. Let him go ahead and say that goofy stuff and feel like he won, like he bested you. He didn't. It's just some psychological nonsense on his part. People be losing in life so tough that they be having to come up with mental gymnastics to make themselves feel like they winning at something. So I'm gonna leave it there though. You know, let me know what you guys think about it. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do, and hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.